Hello and welcome back to the Academy of the Magical Art. I'm Frater Ophiel, and it's been a really long time since we've convened here. The life of myself and my family has taken many twists and turns over recent months, both personally and professionally, causing new energy and new schedules being brought into our lives that required both a lot of focus and a lot of attention, as well as a lot of adjusting to these energies. We are still in the process of adjusting. However, we have gotten to the point that we can shift more of our focus back to the Academy, which I am incredibly grateful for. I am personally going to try to produce a video every 2 weeks, if not every week, to regain some consistency here. To kick things back off, I'm going to dedicate this particular video to answering some of the many questions and comments that have come through via this channel, Facebook, and Twitter, all of which I greatly appreciate. As I've said before, we at the Academy love questions and feedback, and we will try to answer as many of them as promptly as possible. Due to the fact that these questions are increasing in number due to the increasing number of followers on this channel, which I was pleasantly surprised to see that as of today we've hit 250 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible and an honor to all of us. I want to take a moment to send a special thank you to all of you who have recently joined us, as well as a special thank you to all of you who have been here throughout this whole process, lending encouragement and support. You are all very much appreciated. To know that the universe has blessed us with a following of people that we can shoot ideas off of and try to share knowledge with is both an honor and a blessing on many levels. To kick things off with our Q&A, I'll answer our most frequently asked question, which is, as I'm sure you can guess, where have you been and is everything okay? Well, as I said previously, we've been on a bit of a hiatus, needing to adjust to a new career as an entrepreneur as well as some personal changes in our lives. The universe has been blessing our family with some incredible opportunities, which is awesome. However, recently I was reminded that just because new blessings are coming in, old responsibilities still need to be tended to and stewarded over properly. The gods can take just as quickly as they can give, and if the blessings that they are granting are causing the energies and dedication that got us there in the first place to be neglected, those blessings can be just as easily removed. This is why I'm making it a point with the Academy in particular to take a day every 2 weeks or week to continue to share knowledge with those around me through the Academy. Now, because of the fact that placing pictures with the videos and doing visual can oftentimes take hours on its own, we may be doing just audio or much more audio and less visual than we had in the videos. However, we will do our best to continue to produce quality segments that everybody can enjoy and learn from and through. The first question I want to answer starts off with, hey, great video, but I was wondering if you study or practice high magic using grimoires, etc. If so, can you make a video explaining how and why a spirit sigil would allow you to make contact with a particular spirit? This is an awesome question. I am, in fact, a practitioner of what would be called higher ceremonial magic and have quite the collection of grimoires. My wife teases me and says that I'm a bit of a book hoarder. I really just like to collect old books and form a library because where electronics and electricity can be shot overnight, a library will still be standing there. Although a lot of the knowledge and education from these grimoires will assist any magician or ceremonial magician in their practice, the magic is not contained within them but within the self. Down the road I will be doing an in-depth video on how spirit sigils work. However, to give you a short and condensed explanation to answer your question, a sigil is a physical, drawn-up representation of a vibration. Knowing that like attracts like, a spirit would only naturally be drawn to a symbol that holds its vibration when called upon, very similar to creating a magical anchor. Another way to explain this would be in the example of the 72 spirits of the Goetia. It is in the opinion of some magicians that these spirits are not external, but rather internal levels of the unconscious mind. Using these sigils, we are using a key to call upon or unlock a specific door within ourselves, allowing us to communicate with that aspect of the self. To put some logic to this particular theory, keeping in mind that Solomon was a Jew, he observed the Hebrew God, and in this particular belief, they hold that there are 72 names of God to describe 72 facets or aspects of God, and with us being made in the image of God, or extensions of God, one would be able to conclude that those same 72 aspects of the higher consciousness, i.e. God, would also be able to be found within ourselves, God's extension. And using these 72 sigils, we are able to call upon these aspects of ourself, thus connecting us with that aspect of the God within ourselves. There are many theories, however, these are a few. Please keep in mind that these are my opinions and conclusions drawn from my personal study and experience. Take nothing I say as absolute fact or absolute truth. Rather, I encourage you to test it, study it for yourself, and come to your own conclusions. If your findings happen to differ from mine, I am always a fan of good discussion. However, argument only breeds contention and disruption, which I am not a fan of. A good reference book to start if you are wanting to study ceremonial or high magic would be a book called Kabbalah Magic by Liam Thomas Christopher. This is a book that breaks your study down into segments over time and encourages slow, solid growth. There is also the two-part series called High Magic by Frater U.D., which was a great asset to my personal growth years ago, and I still refer to from time to time. There is also the classic Modern Magic by Donald Michael Craig, which is bittersweet to some practitioners, but I find to be a good starting place. And these are just to name a few of the many resources that you can use to start off your study and growth in ceremonial and high magics. Another question I received in regard to sigils and sigil magic, posted as a comment on our video titled Sigil Magic, Keys to the Unconscious. I had the impression that when I do my sigil magic, I should charge it and then hide it away, like set it and forget it. Mainly due to the fact that magic always happens when you're not thinking about it all the time. You're saying that I should look at these sigils and think about them often. Well, there are many ways to do sigil magic, and sigils should certainly be charged, which will be covered in a later video also. However, the specific subject matter of that video was an idea referencing something similar to a manifestation board. The frequent non-conscious viewing of a sigil can be just as, if not more effective, as charging it and locking it away. This allows the subconscious mind to have a constant reminder of what the conscious mind is trying to manifest through the use of that symbol, rather than a word, which is the language of the subconscious mind. Rather than locking it away and forgetting about it, putting it in a conspicuous place for frequent viewing on a subconscious level is extremely effective, as well as charging it and storing it in a secure place. Both of these methods for creating and using sigils to manifest your desires is extremely effective, as I said. However, I find that the subconscious mind is constantly on record and picking up everything that it sees and hears and experiences, whether we consciously realize it or not. So to consistently see something that you've intended and created to produce a specific manifestation, whether you realize you're looking at it or not, will constantly give the subconscious mind a reminder of what it is trying to achieve. We're kind of getting in there on time, and I'm not wanting to make this welcome back video and Q&A too extremely long, especially due to the fact that I'm hoping to get another video out there this weekend, if time allows. So I'm going to cut this one a little bit short. I want to thank you all for joining with me at the Academy of the Magical Art, and until next time, blessed be.